Hello. This is Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. I am here with week 2 of the Summer Fun Ephemera Challenge. So I hope you enjoyed week 1, and I wanted to show you that I put all of my little cards in my little case, and I'm so excited. This makes me so happy to see because, y'all, it's been a week. Let's move on. Let's work on week 2 and get started. I'm so excited. I love including a sentiment sometimes. I'm sure you do too. And sometimes I just want them ready to go. I don't want to get out all of my stuff and try to pick one or figure out where I put that one stamp. You know what I mean? I just want to have a bunch ready to go. So that is kind of what we're going to do today. I always save the little strips from the top of the scrapbook paper. Any strips that I trim off of book pages, any paper that I have left over from cutouts or printables, and I'll save those for stamping. And I'm sure you save them too. What you'll need today, besides like some paper to stamp your sentiments on, you'll need some glue, some scrapbook paper if you want to do this, which I'm going to do 2 different things today. I'm going to stamp a bunch of these just to have them ready to go, kind of like a Tim Holtz sentiments, just ready for me to pick out and glue on there. But I also want to make some of these, like with scrapbook paper or decorative paper that is kind of like a little label. So I stamped on this and then glued it on some scrapbook paper and kind of cut the edges. This one I used some coffee paper, coffee dyed paper, scrapbook paper, and I even used a piece of wallpaper on this one. This is a good project to use up some of your smaller pieces of scraps, and you can use whatever kind of paper you like. You can just do these, you can just do those. This is kind of up to you, but the main focus of the project today, though, is just getting a bunch of sentiments ready to put on our project. So I have a couple sentiment stamps that I will be using and kind of showing you what I've also used. I also have these little tiny stamps from CatsLifePress. I absolutely love these. They're so cute. So I want to use some of these. These 2 I think I've got from AliExpress or Amazon maybe. They're super cute too. I also have this Oh Crap stamp I got from it's someone on Instagram, and I will have it linked below. I can't remember what her account is right off the top of my head. It's hilarious and makes me laugh. So everybody always gets a kick out of it if I put it on their envelope or whatever. So now, I don't want you to feel like you have to go out and buy sentiment stamps or any of these stamps either. If you have alphabet stamps, you can do that. I've made these before with my with these and some, I think these are all from note cards that I had coffee sprayed. So I made a bunch of these. It's so nice to just have ones that you've made ready to go. Like when you just kind of want that personal touch on it too. So you can use your alphabet stamps. If you don't have alphabet stamps or any stamps like this, also check if you have any of like the Tim Holtz sets or any of your other stamp sets. Like this one. There's words on here, so you could use those too. Like these Tim Holtz ones, you know, you could do the numbers, like this identification check, or even like this one with all the words on here too. You could do a bunch of them with this. I still haven't gotten this out yet. I cannot wait. It's so pretty. So you could do those. Also, you could trim out words from books, from magazines. You could even print them out. Just put a bunch of sentiments on Word, have them as big as or small as you want, and print them out and cut them out. That's actually a really good idea now that I think about it. That way you don't have to kind of mess with stamping. But I also like the look of stamping and the imperfections of it too. I think that's what makes things unique and special, just like you. So let me show you what I have done so far. So I've just taken some coffee dyed paper and just picked out some stamps, did some stamping on those. I took this whole Tim Holtz sheet, put some ink on it, and was able to get a pretty good stamping on all of these, which is really exciting because then all I have to do is just cut them out. So I did that on some coffee paper. I did that on some white cardstock that I had used for a printable. You could probably find some printables with sentiments too, but it's like I said, the idea is to just get them ready. So get them ready, cut them out, and then if you want to, like I showed you here, use some of your scraps to just make kind of, I guess we could kind of call these labels too. So like I have some out here, some yellow, some, I don't know what that's from. I even have a vintage book page I thought might look kind of cool too. Maybe with one of the book page strips on it. I also have my distress inks out in case because I think most of these I did ink around. And that's up to you if you want to ink around those or not. But I'm going to do one with you on camera and just kind of show you what I would do with them. Actually, we'll do maybe a couple. So I'm going to use my Oh Crap stamp on this little strip here. And actually, while I'm here, since it fits on here so well, I'm just going to stamp it a couple times. That's the thing to remember too when you're doing these. You might as well just go ahead and do it on a few things. Get them stamped up or get multiples. Let me get one of these cut out. This would be a good project too if you get a bunch of stuff like stamped up, if you're watching TV or a movie, to just kind of get them cut down. I think I want to use this cool yellow, and I think I'll ink up just this one. Well, we'll see what the yellow kind of looks like. And then it's up to you too if you want to kind of trim off some of the edges. I think I might trim some of the paper down just a little bit. Ink that up. Just to kind of see. Oh, isn't that cute? I love this stamp so much. Everybody gets a kick out of it, especially when they get it on their envelope or in the mail. It's just so funny. It's so cute. So what else could we do right now? Let's take, if I can find the links to, well, I'll link CatsLifePress. You can find them on Instagram, but I'll link their website. I will try to find out where I got that Oh Crap stamp from. So let's cut this in half. I can do a couple on here. Oh, that's so cute. But like I said, you don't have to use your scraps for your background papers. use whatever you like. Oh, I did a terrible job of putting glue on that. This is almost empty, and I'm just trying to make it make it through. Super cute, super easy. These would be fun to send to your friends too, or pen pals. Just little ones you've made. Like I said, I always like to send something I make along with what I send. So yeah, so I am going to get busy, get a bunch of these made and stamped, and I will be back here in a second to kind of, well, it'll be a while for me, but a second for you, and kind of show you everything I've gotten done for this week. Okay, I am back. I've got my mess cleaned up. Oh my gosh. You know how like when you start working on something and you have like this space, and then as you start working on things, because you get out so many things, your space to work gets smaller and smaller. That's kind of what it was like. I had so much stuff out. But I also wanted to tell you two things I forgot earlier. I also save when I do die cuts. I'm sure you do too, these scrap pieces. And I did some stamping on those scraps too. So I save everything. And I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier, but this is the glue I was using, the Barely Arts glue. You can use any kind of, you know, liquid glue that you want, or a glue stick, whatever glue you would like to use, or your favorite glue. You know, there's no glue police here. You can use whatever you like. It is not a big deal. Whatever makes two things stick together for you. Okay, so I'm done. I think I could have made some more, but you know what? I got tired of making them. But they are so cute. So I'm just going to kind of spread them out a little bit. Yeah, the little strips of book pages you can see are kind of like torn a little bit. I got out more scrap paper to use because I kind of ran out of the original scrap paper. And then I kind of got tired of looking at it. So I wanted a variety of colors. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the scrapbook paper, and then I also used some scraps of music sheet paper here and here. Dug those out. Here's that Sears catalog page. I think that looks really cute on there. Did some more of the smaller ones as well, just little pieces. They look so cute. Some of them got distressed ink, some of them didn't. It just kind of, you know, towards the end, well, really, it was the book pages are just so delicate. I really just didn't want to. So when I had the cardstock, I did distress those. Some more oh craps. This one is so cute. I don't know which one is my favorite. I think this one here, Hold Tight to Your Dreams. And then I just tried to use the rips on some papers too. And then saw those. So I ended up not using my alphabet stamps. I did most of these, and then we had to run the Sam's Club, and it was just hot. Oh, this one is cute too. Sunny Days. Sam's Club is a like bulk store like Costco. And they close at 8, so we had to kind of run there after dinner. And it's just so hot out. Oh, this one looks cute too. I really like the darker paper. I think it looks nice. This is cute. So I had some with this little bird in a teacup, so I put that down at the bottom. I love this one. Okay, so I did get out I feel like I did more of these, but maybe I didn't. I got out a couple magazines and started looking through and picking out words. So these are those. So I've got a ton ready to go. And so the ones that I had done on the paper, like strips and stuff, these I'm going to leave on here. I'm not going to add anything to them right now. That way I just have some that are just kind of ready to go. And then I'll put them all together in here. But that is it for this week. I hope you enjoy kind of making these and having these ready. And then even for the rest of the 16 weeks, if we need sentiments too, we can always come back to these that we've made to add them to projects even for this challenge. So let's put it in my container, because I'm really excited about that. And then and then we'll talk about next week. This is super satisfying. I am telling you, this week has just been rough. There. Yay. Week 2 done. Okay, for week 3. Week 3 is going to be a little bit more involved, okay? A bunch of more steps, and I will offer some alternatives to some things. But for now, let's talk about the basic supplies for next week. So you will need some playing cards. I'm using the regular standard size and some large ones. You will need some paper or an image big enough to cover your card. So you can check for if you're looking for certain printables or things to put on there, like a certain theme that you're doing, you can always check for Graphics Fairy. Graphics Fairy has free printables. They're individual though, so you'll have to download them and resize them yourself. Or you can use scrapbook paper, or you can use a picture, or you can use a map page. Whatever you would like to put on the card. And I will show you like next week kind of like some ideas as well. But you'll need the cards, something to glue on the cards, and some kind of glue to attach the paper to the cards. I've actually just used this Barely Arts glue. Whatever you like to use to attach paper to cards will be fine. I'm not quite sure if a glue stick would work, as well as some kind of liquid glue, so I would just keep that in mind. You're going to need some kind of fabric. I'm going, that's rude, Light. I'm going to be using cheesecloth. You can use some yarn, like some eyelash yarn too, if you don't have cheesecloth, or a little piece of fabric, or you don't have to use that at all. I'll show you next week how we're going to use it. So that'll be up to you if you do want to include it in your little creations. So for the rest of the items you need, I will kind of offer some substitutes with those next week. But you'll need a sewing machine, or a stamp that looks like faux sewing, or a marker, a sentiment, which we just made a whole bunch of them, so I plan on using a couple of those next week. If you have a tab punch, or if you have a round punch, or a whale tail tab punch, or I can show you how to make a whale tail tab punch out of a 2-inch circle. If you don't have any of those punches If you don't have any of those punches, don't worry. We can make tabs out of the cards as well by cutting them up too. So don't worry about that. I will show you an option for doing that. I think that's about it. I'm really excited about next week since that's kind of like the first like more major project. It will be fun, I hope. But I will see you next week. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell so you know when the videos go up for the 16-week challenges. You can check the description box down below for all of the videos for this challenge, and I will have I will link Graphics Fairy so you can check out their website in advance if you want. But yeah, other than that, I will see you next week. Bye.